Welcome to Leigh Dickey TV. Hit subscribe to follow along with the fun. Now let's get on to today's video. Jason Sudeikis and Evangeline Lilly star in South of Heaven. I review the trailer. Next. Alright, so South of Heaven is a drama, action, thriller, mystery film that stars Jason Sudeikis and Evangeline Lilly. Now, of course, Jason Sudeikis is known for his work on Saturday Night Live and 30 Rock, while Evangeline Lilly is most known for her role on Lost. And to be quite honest with you, I think that's the only thing that I've ever seen her in. Jason Sudeikis, I've seen bits and pieces of his work from 30 Rock, Saturday Night Live, so I'm more used to him in the comedic sort of aspect of his acting career. So I'm not used to seeing Jason Sudeikis, particularly in a dramatic sort of action thriller mystery film. So it's new territory for me. And Evangeline Lilly, like I said, she's most known for her role in Lost that ran about 6 seasons or 6 years. And that's probably one of the only things that I've seen her in. I know that she was in Ant-Man a few years ago, but I am most familiar with Evangeline Lilly from her role on Lost. This project, South of Heaven, brings them both together. We will get into what this movie is about in just a second. So, Sudeikis plays Jimmy, a convicted felon who is serving time for armed robbery. Now, this is set somewhere in the South. I can't exactly remember where, or even if it's mentioned where. But, well, the movie's title is South of Heaven, and Sudeikis, his character, has a really thick southern accent. But the character of Jimmy, played by Sudeikis, is a convicted felon and serving time for armed robbery. He is 12 years into a 15-year sentence. He's up for parole, and he's begging to be let out because his one true love, as he puts it, his wife or love interest, girlfriend, whatever she happens to be, played by Evangeline Lilly. Her character's name is Annie, has been diagnosed with cancer, and the doctors have given her 1 year to live. So basically, Jimmy, again played by Sudeikis, wants to be let out, wants to be released, so he can give his one true love, Annie, played by Evangeline Lilly, the best year of her life, or the best year that he can. So Sudeikis' Jimmy is released. His wife, played by Evangeline Lilly, or his love interest, Annie, who again, played by Evangeline Lilly, is there to pick him up. They reunite, they rekindle their relationship, they go home. Jimmy says, "I'm sorry," and Annie's just like, "It's okay," and they pick up from there. Now, there are a series of shots following that show Sudeikis' Jimmy character working a few blue-collar jobs, but then he reluctantly, it seems, gets thrust back into his old ways. He's just trying to make ends meet. He's just trying to turn his life around. He's just trying to give his wife, Annie, the best final year of her life because she has cancer and the doctors have given her a year to live. But he very slowly and reluctantly gets pulled back into his old ways because he gets propositioned by someone who has a side gig for him. I think that may have been his boss, or the character's boss in the trailer. I will link the trailer in the show notes and description for you all, as well as in the cards if you're watching this on YouTube, like I always do, so you can check it all out for yourselves. So Sudeikis' Jimmy gets propositioned for this side gig in addition to, say, his blue-collar jobs, or his everyday job, or that 9 to 5, by who I can only assume is his boss. And, his boss, or this person propositioning him, says it's not right that, say, a hardworking man like you just barely has to scrape by barely making ends meet. And you very slowly see him kind of slip back into his old ways that got him into trouble in the first place. Then he has to, or there's a shot of Sudeikis' Jimmy driving down, say, the highway, and his cell phone goes off. He reaches for it, it falls to the floor, and he swerves, and he hits someone, and you find that the person that he hits with his car is a courier, and he's carrying about $500,000. Now, the person that is hit, right, this person's boss, or whoever hired him to curry this 500,000, whoever carried him to carry, or whoever, paid him to carry this $500,000, is obviously upset because now it's, well, I just want my money back. But the thing is, it's $500,000, and, Sudeikis' Jimmy has to come up with it somehow. Thus, like, this whole thing unravels in something. It honestly, towards the end of this trailer, it feels a lot like, I get Walking Tall vibes off this one, whether they're the films from the 70s or the one from 2004, starring The Rock, aka Dwayne Johnson. So, Sudeikis' character is now on the hook for $500,000. The person that hired the original character, or the original courier, that Sudeikis' Jimmy hit with his car, wants the $500,000, obviously, or things are going to hit the fan and things are going to happen. Keep in mind, Sudeikis' Jimmy has also been propositioned for a side gig earlier, so he's got all that to deal with. Things start to unravel, and he finally just says, you know what, to Evangeline Lilly, Annie, his movie wife, look, we're not going to look over our shoulder for a year. I'll be damned if that happens. So this ends now. That final stand happens, and then this barrage of explosions and gunfire, and it turns into like this action thriller movie. Not that it hadn't been before that. I'm sure that turns out to be the climax of the movie, though I'm just reviewing the trailer, right? But South of Heaven looks like a cool movie. I think it's set to be released on October 8th. Of course, I will link the trailer in the show notes and description for you all, but I like this. I'm willing to watch it, and it's something different. I'm not used to seeing Sudeikis in a dramatic role, and this will probably be the first thing I've seen Evangeline Lilly in just over 10 years. Like I said, I haven't seen anything with her in it since her run on Lost wrapped up in, I think it was May of 2010 when the show went off the air. But this is something completely different as a fan of Jason Sudeikis, and I'm only used to seeing him in comedic roles, so this is something completely sort of left of center, if you will. So to see him in a dramatic role, that's cool. I've never seen any of his dramatic work. I'm only familiar with his comedic stuff from Saturday Night Live and 30 Rock. Evangeline Lilly, like I said, her run on Lost is what I'm most familiar with. But I'm willing to give the film a watch. Like I said, I think it comes out October 8th. I will link the trailer in the show notes and description for you all. But this wraps up another episode. This wraps up another video. Thanks again for watching. I've been Leigh Dickey, and for Leigh Dickey TV, the Beats and Speaks podcast, Yo Nostalgia, and Pinfall, a pro wrestling podcast, I am signing off. Please do leave us a 5-star rating and review, and subscribe right here to Leigh Dickey TV on YouTube. You can find the audio version of this episode as an episode of the Beats and Speaks podcast. All right, thanks again for watching. Thanks again for listening. I've been Leigh Dickey, and I am signing off. Take care. We will talk to you later. Peace. Thanks for tuning in to Leigh Dickey TV. New episodes are available every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Subscribe to follow along with the fun.